Alright, if you were here last year, you may or may not remember that I did a video for the top 5 worst Mario Kart tracks. Well, now we're back, but this time we have the top 5 favorite Mario Kart tracks. This should hopefully go better than it did last year, especially now that we actually kinda have things to talk about. Well, without further ado, on to the list.
Right, and coming in at number 5, we have Mount Wario from Mario Kart 8. Now, I do not have a Wii U, so my friend Abby has let me come over to her house to film this because she has a Wii U. Say hello to the audience, Abby.
Hi.
Alright. Now, I am not doing that well because I'm not paying attention. You see that a lot throughout the rest of this video. But, yeah, Mount Wario. I've never, never actually played it before. And it seems to be one of those unique tracks that's divided up into 3 sections. This second section is actually really cool because it's taking you through a cave. And legit, from the start of this entire section, I just kind of feel like I'm at like some kind of resort thing. It's really nice. Abby, do you have anything to say about the track?
Pretty big. And you go to that once.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of the cool thing about like these 3 like section tracks is you kind of get like a story to it. Like you go through each scene once. Jeez. And yeah, it definitely is like a story. I agree. Like right here, we're going through this nice little woodsy section. It's pretty cool.
I normally get hit on this spot.
Those trees are not helpful, by the way. Neither is that fence. Yeah, see, even here we get nice little ski lifts, and we're literally on a ski course. We are literally on a ski course. Oh gosh. And, yeah. Definitely a pretty track. Although I feel like a lot of the tracks are, like, really pretty, but this one especially. Especially with, like, that little woodsy section and the little cave. That's really cool. You can tell I don't have this game because I have no idea what I'm doing. And, yeah, you just come to the end of this nice little audience thing. And, so yeah, that is Mount Wario. Alright, at number 4 we have Coconut Mall on the Wii, and that was a horrible start. But yes, we have Coconut Mall on the Wii, and in the time since last year, I have figured out how to record on the Wii while I play, so that's fun. Anyways, there's a nice little shortcut here. Coconut Mall is pretty much what it says on the package. You're inside a mall. And it's honestly a lot of fun because you got a chance to go up escalators like that. And then you're gonna do like tricks off the fountain and stuff. And then you're gonna go upstairs like that. I don't even know what these are called, but they're like stair things. They're pretty cool. And then you got this fun little exit right into the parking lot. And then you gotta not run into the cars like that. Or that. See, avoided it the 3rd time. So yeah, long story short, don't run into the cars and you're gonna have a good time. I don't know which one is going up, it's this one. And then if you don't do that shortcut, like I did earlier, you can just go down here and go across here. Or tricks off the fountain and into a wall. Okay. But yeah, the attention to detail here is like super nice. They got like all these shops and stuff. And like the one that you can even go through as a shortcut. And then there's like all these really pretty flowers in the background, which kind of like fits the name, Coconut Mall, which is like you'd expect tropical. And you get tropical. It's really nice. I did not run into the cars that time. And then every time you're greeted by this nice Coconut Mall front facade thing. And geez. And you could go that way, but I'm not doing that this time. Oh well. And this is what... Okay, what am I doing? Okay, well, okay. But yeah, just like kind of the attention to detail and like the trees and the flowers and all the little extra things and stuff, it's all really nice. And we're going to not go up the stairs this time, we're going to take this little alternate exit. And there's just like so many paths that you can like take to get kind of a different end result. Because like, you saw how many paths we could take like right after like that main entrance. That was a lot. But yeah, this track is nice because you can kind of like choose your path, kind of, and still end up at like the same place. And like I said earlier, the attention to some of the detail in this, like all little stores and stuff and all that jazz, it's all really nice. And yeah, I can definitely see why people like this course.
Alright, and coming in at number 3 is the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 7, which is a bit of a unique one from previous Rainbow Roads, because this is one of those tracks that doesn't have you go around the single track 3 whole times. Instead, it's divided into 3 separate sections, and I should probably be paying attention so I don't fall off. Oh jeez. Have I mentioned it's really hard to do this while you're filming on a tripod? And there I go. Okay. But this course really is amazingly beautiful. Like, we're going around the moon right now. I like the way this is set up. I guess it's kind of like Saturn in its rings. And then there's just a freaking giant space mushroom right there. It's fantastic and amazing, and I should really not... It's really hard to record these things, you know? When you're limited to just a camera, a phone camera, and a tripod, it's really hard to do this. And we're at the second section now. So we'll just continue on and hopefully not fall off. Oh, jeez. And we are now approaching Saturn in all its glory. I'm just going to keep doing this so I don't, like, fall off. Oh, jeez. Yes, this course is a bit challenging, especially if you're like me and trying to film while you do this instead of paying attention. But it really is, in all honesty, quite a beautiful track. Because you can see the moon down below. And pretty soon we actually get to go on the moon right here through this little wavy strip. Or if you're like me and you just do that. And then you're literally just floating in 0G. And there's a chain chomp also floating in 0G. And there's another chain chomp just rolling around. And they're at the third section. And you got these little boost panel things that I'm not driving on. This is honestly one of the most beautiful Rainbow Roads of all time. It's like, you're literally going through space. Because with all the other Rainbow Roads, it just seems like you're going through space and there's nothing to really, like, solidify that, cement that. Should probably not be talking while I do this. But yeah, I'd say this is definitely an easy course to fall off of. But it's also... Oh, jeez. But it is also one of the most... No, the most beautiful Rainbow Road. And I can understand why a lot of people enjoy the track so much to be able to call it their favorite track. Like, it's really a beautiful track. And, yeah. I feel like the visuals speak for themselves in this. So, yeah, that was number 3. Alright, and at number 2 we have the Retro Course version of the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64 on the Wii U. And they have thankfully divided this up into be a 3-section course, which is great because the original course, oh geez,
The original course was astoundingly quite long. And we have Abby back again for this. And they brought the chain chomps back from the original, but this time, instead of going around to eat you, they're floating in space. Alright. Do you have anything to say about this course, Abby?
Really long.
It really is. Which, it's a good thing they divided up into the 3 sections. If it were just like 3 whole laps around the whole thing, that would take like forever. Oh gosh. And like these rainbow tiles that they have decided to go for like the texture of the road, those are insanely pretty. Oh geez. And the coin train is a nice touch too. And oh geez. And this doesn't just apply to this one, but it applies to like a lot of the retro courses in this game. They have like reformatted it pretty good to like, yeah, I'm bad at this game. Anyways, I feel like they've reformatted like the layout of this course well enough to like work with the zero-G feature in this game. And oh my gosh, I'm not good at this game. I don't have this game. I have no practice with it. And yeah, I feel like the visuals of this course speak for themselves. So yeah, that was the Rainbow Road from the Nintendo 64 on the Wii U. Alright, and coming in at number 1 is Waluigi Pinball. And this is probably about the most, I guess, realistic of the kind of like oddball courses that aren't like set in actual locations. Oh geez. Yeah, as I've mentioned probably several times by now, it is really hard to film using just a DS, a tripod, and a phone camera. But yes, this track certainly lives up to its name. It throws you onto an actual pinball game. Ah, jeez. There's also the giant pinballs that you have to kind of avoid. But as long as you avoid them, this is honestly really fun. It's like, you can run into the bumpers without any penalty, and you gotta be careful of the flippers because they electrocute you. But if you run into them and they're not on, then honestly you're in for a good time. And I can see why as many people voted for this course or as their favorite as they did. Wow, I can't grammar. Where was I? Oh yeah. I can see why as many people voted for this to be the number 1 course as they did, because yeah, it's just really immersive. You actually feel like you're a tiny little pinball getting trapped with all these giant pinballs, and it's just like, oh no, tiny mess. Tiny maze, what do I do? And as long as you don't be an idiot and do that, then you should be just fine. But yes, it's honestly impressive that so many people enjoy this course. Like, this beat out second place by about, like, almost double. Or really close to double. Because, yeah, this is honestly just a really fun course if you actually pay attention. And yeah, it's fun to just kind of, like, pretend you're a little tiny pinball. And just kind of, like, run around on these little tracks. It's honestly just a lot of fun. And there's strike 3 of me being hit by a pinball, but you know what? That's all in the fun. And did I mention that there's actually like a little roulette on top with Waluigi's, like, in Waluigi's image? Because, like, Waluigi, he's holding the roulette, like a little statue of him, is holding a roulette thing. I don't even know what it's called, slot machine thing. And the fact that they literally just designed a course after a pinball machine. Like, honestly, that's really, like, impressive to me. Because this is probably, like, this is probably the track with the most fun concept in Mario Kart, and it has definitely deserved its spot as the favorite Mario Kart track, let me just tell you.
Alright, we are done! Hopefully I will never have to do another one of these videos again, because next year that's probably not happening. You saw how hard it was to film some of these things.